Greetings, one and all, and once again, happy New Year's into 2020, locally, globally, and internationally. And when you get the opportunity, when you join in and listen live or listen to the replay, just let me know where you're at. You know, what part of the world you are at. So I'd like to welcome you to my Aisha Speaks JADE podcast for 2020, where I am your hostess, Aisha, also lovingly known as Jade. And so the topic that I would like to speak about is 6 ways to invite a spiritual awakening to transform your life. 6 ways to invite a spiritual awakening to transform your life. So I just want to kind of dive right into it. So the first would be declutter. You can start by making room. You can clear your space of the stuff that you no longer need, the stuff that merely serves as a distraction from your life. And while decluttering your physical space is important, it's also important to declutter your mind, right? And that's the thing with me, because I have so much up here in this nugget that I call my head that I need to personally declutter, and that's something that is still a work in progress for me. I need to declutter my mind. I've been decluttering my space. I still have a little bit to do, but always I need to declutter my mind. So we should take time every day to sit in silence and solitude. And also, for me, when I'm in overthink mode and I have so much on my mind, I need to get it out of my mind by writing it down in a journal, which I do have a 2020 journal, and take it from the head to the pen and paper and write it down. And it seems to work for me. Now, we all have different ways that we declutter. So whatever way works best for you, that's what I say. Do what works best for you. Okay? So allow your thoughts to pass without judgment and slowly watch your mind clear up of mental clutter. Also, meditation allows you to relax into what is presently true. And what is always present for all of us is that there is only love, no fear, and offers you a greater connection to your intuition, which is another form of spiritual guidance. Now, again, I'm not talking about a particular religion or anything like that. I'm just talking about a universal spiritual, declutter. The next would be examine your beliefs. Examine your beliefs. So be conscious of and intentional about what you believe. Understand the energy that you're putting not only into your world, but into the world at large. And be honest. Are your beliefs supporting your spiritual growth? That's a question for you. Are your beliefs supporting your spiritual growth? So very often, a spiritual awakening requires letting go of beliefs we've held our entire lives. And you know how good we are, people, of just holding on to so much and not taking the time to let it go, not getting to a place where we have to be like, you know what, we need to just let this go. And I know that we as people can hold on to things most of our lives. And most of our lives, we are miserable a lot of times by holding on to those negative things. We have to get into a mindset and be like, you know what? If I want better for my life, I have to start letting go. And I say that for myself too. There have been things that I have began to let go back like last year. I might have started 2018, but I want to say 2019 is when I really started trying to focus on it a little more. But for 2020, I'm going to take a little bit at a time, starting now, and just letting things go. And don't be like, oh, well, I'm going to let it go here. Or, oh, I have to be ready now to let it go. That's just point blank. I can only speak for myself. I cannot speak for anybody else. I have to let it go. Just let it go. Why keep being like, I'll let it go when I want to let it go? Just don't think about it and just be like, gotta let it go. Little bit by little bit, just let it go. And it'll start coming off. It'll start peeling off. So again, we have to let go of beliefs that we've held on to for either our entire lives or for a very long time. But that's the thing about awakening. You have to realize first that you have been sleeping. Okay? We've been sleeping. Let's just be honest for 2020. Let's stop telling lies. Let's stop telling lies to ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. All right? Negative and positive. Okay? That's how we start to receive, our fortune or our blessings. When we just start being honest with ourselves. Our next is expand your mind. Explore new ideas and differing beliefs. Perhaps reading books and attend lectures and have conversations with people who have lived different lives. An awakening occurs when you have learned something new. When you have quite literally woken your mind and your spirit from a slumber you perhaps didn't even know you were in. When you expand your mind to allow in new ideas, beliefs, and possibilities, you increase the opportunity to wake up to a life experience you never knew was possible. Again, that's having an open mind and awakening. Go outside would be the next one. Go outside. There is energy and spirit and magic in the outdoors. I love the outdoors. I love nature. I've always had, and that's probably part of my DNA, loving nature. That could be water, sand, just the birds, just nature. Nature as we know it. So many of us spend our time cooped up inside, sitting behind computer screens, which we do, whether it's just for leisure time or work or business. We sit at a computer, we're on our phones all the time, and really we're not truly connected to the world or to ourselves. So take time to reconnect with nature. Even in the big cities, you can find trees to touch, gardens to admire, fresh air to breathe. If it's nothing else than to just go outside and breathe in some good air. Just breathe in the air, right? There's always, for the most part of it, trees, and you can listen to the birds chirp. You can, if you have a hand to garden, or even if you don't, and that's something that you might be interested, put your hands in the soil and appreciate nature and feel it and be like connected with it. Try not to distract yourself with your phone or even another person's company, right? Take that time out for yourself. Give yourself the quiet and the solitude and the presence that comes with being outside. You may be surprised by what comes alive within you. Another big and important one is to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And a lot of times we don't. Got to be honest. I'm always focusing and worried about and trying to make sure that, those that, are close to me are taken care of, right? And not that that's a bad thing, but take care of yourself first. You can only do so much, okay? And while you're focusing, and that might be good to make sure everybody else is good, get into that position to take care of yourself first, because you are what matters. Take care of you, because nobody can take care of you like you can take care of you, like I can take care of me. Take care of yourself. Learn to give yourself some attention. So taking care of yourself, that could be anything. Starting with eating healthy and staying active is a great way to stay connected to yourself and your higher power, whether that's God, the universe, or simply your own internal guidance system. When we allow our internal systems like physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual to become clogged and bogged down by unnatural substances, we block the opportunity for spiritual growth and eventual awakening. Keep your body clean and clear by feeding it well and moving it often, and prepare to receive the messages you seek. And basically that's self-explanatory, meaning eat healthier, whatever that looks like for you, whether you eat meat, vegetarian, vegan, just eat better. Feed your body what it needs instead of clogging it up with unnecessary stuff that it does not need. Make sure that you are active, meaning do some type of exercise. If it's too cold outside, do some exercise inside the house. Google YouTube. They have all kinds of videos for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. If you have money to go to a gym, then go to the gym. Or weather permitting, go outside, walk, just get into the habit of doing some exercise for your body, eating healthier, and just getting connected with yourself and the universe, or whatever, whatever your higher power looks like for you. And be open to receive those messages from the higher power, universe, God, or whatever it is for you. And lastly, another big one, learn to let go. Learn to let go. Because when we don't let go, I'm telling you from firsthand experience, you are not receiving what you need to receive. It makes you a bitter, angry, frustrated, stressed, depressed person. It begins to show in your face. I know for me, sometimes people are like, "Are you okay?" Because my face needs deliverance sometimes. And I'm working on presently, fixing that, because it shows. I don't even have to say anything. It's just all in my face, my expressions. So we have to learn to let go of whatever it is that is keeping us in that negative box, in that negative space, having those negative attitudes. I'm not saying be fake. I'm saying being honest and real with yourself, but I'm also saying let go. We need to let go. This is not a color thing. I'm saying this is a universal thing to whoever is listening to me. Learn to let go. Be honest with yourself. Whether you got to write that out, whether you got to speak it and address it, learn to let go. So the reality is you can't force a spiritual awakening. Anyone can have one. And following tips like the ones that I've spoke about, hopefully it will help you in that effort. But there's no prescription for enlightenment. Do what you can, then let it go. If you're attached to the idea of having a spiritual awakening and attached to your idea of what a spiritual awakening looks like, you're far less likely to experience one. Know that you are on that perfect path for you. So this should definitely be 2020, the year of focusing on yourself and some things, internal and external, that you should be doing. Keep in mind that a spiritual awakening is not necessarily a one-time thing. The spiritual path is a lifelong journey of growth. So continuing, perhaps, if you like, when you listen to the replay, follow the steps that I spoke about, and you will find yourself waking up to new awareness and deeper consciousness over and over again. And you can incorporate this into your religion, God, Allah, Buddha, nature base, incorporate it. A spiritual person, just awaken yourself. Incorporate this, okay? Stop always having to focus on everybody else and take some time for yourself. So I hope that these tips or these gems were helpful for you. It was definitely a reminder and helpful for me. And begin to live the life of whatever that is for you in the most positive way ever. Thank you guys for tuning in to my Aisha Speaks Jade podcast. This topic was very interesting. Again, I am your hostess, Aisha, also known as Jade, and I'm also that podcast creator. I invite you to join my social media platforms if you have not already, and make sure that you tell a friend so that they can join. Also, you can find me right here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel. You can find me at Aisha Speaks Jade. Aisha Speaks Jade, and if you don't know how to spell that, that's Aisha Speaks, Speaks, Jade, Jade. Aisha Speaks Jade. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my YouTube channel that you can go to subscribe by hitting that thumbnail and the notification bell so that you can just make sure that you're in the know. You can listen to all of the replays. You can be connected to get all of the information that I provide. Also, if you have a LinkedIn, I am on LinkedIn as well. You can find me at Aisha Jade Speaks. Aisha Jade Speaks. I'm on LinkedIn. So make sure for 2020 you have that fresh self-care awareness toolkit, okay? That toolkit box. That you love yourself internally and externally and internally and externally. That you love yourself, that you respect yourself, that you know your worth and your value. Create your greatness, create your happiness. Let toxic people, places, and things, remove them out of your life. And that when you do go through challenges, because that is a part of growth, going through challenges, that you catch it, check it, and change it. It may not always be the easiest thing to do, but certainly it can be accomplished. And with that in mind, have an enjoyable evening, a better tomorrow, and I'll be back. Peace and blessings. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo and Ashe to all of you. Peace out.